Hello riders, when we travel, we need money. That is obvious. But in what currency? Credit or debit cards? Where to hide it? How to change it? Keep it? And many more questions. In this video, I will give you all of these answers. Stay with me. When you plan your first trip, you have so many things to worry about that you almost forget about the money. I'm not talking about the actual cost of the trip. I'm sure you already found enough information how much exactly is going to cost you. If you don't have video about it, you can see somewhere here. I'm talking about the money itself. It is obvious that you're gonna need it, but in what currency? Credit or debit cards? Unfortunately, guys, I don't have one universal answer, but I will give you 3 very useful tips, and they work in 99% of the countries around the world. Number 1. Split the money. Let me explain you what I mean. Everybody knows about the cash. When you have it, all the doors are open. Yes, they are, but to carry a lot of money in cash, it's not always the best solution. You can lose it, forget it somewhere, you can be robbed, they can burn if you keep it in your luggage on your motorcycle, for example, or in the worst scenario, you have accident. So maybe your clothes need to be removed, you need to be transported to the hospital for surgery or something like that. In all of these cases, you don't have any actual control of your cash. That's why I always split the money. 50% cash, 50% credit cards. Let me give you more details. Every time, of course, when I have this possibility, I pay with my credit card or debit card or whatever you have. The cash I keep for the moments when that is not going to be possible. In Europe, all petrol stations, almost every hotel or restaurant will accept your credit card. Actually, these are some of the main costs when you travel. If you can pay for all of that service with your credit card, you don't need to carry so much cash. The cash, you're gonna keep it for the places like South America, Asia or Africa. And even there on the big cities, you can pay by your credit card. As I said earlier, you have to split your money, credit cards and cash. But also, it's a very good idea to split your cash to 2 or 3 different places. For example, you can have a small amount in your pocket just for your daily expenses. You can keep some notes in your wallet in the case somebody wants to take your wallet, and the rest of the money just hide somewhere. I'm not gonna tell you where I hide my money because it's a secret information, but I am sure you can find more than enough places in your luggage, in your clothes or whatever you decide to keep it. Number 2, currency. What currency you should keep your money? Well, it really depends from the type of the trip you're gonna have and the destination you're going. It is obvious that if you plan to travel in Europe, it's going to be euro, but outside of Europe, I will recommend to keep only dollars. Why dollars? The euro is international currency and everybody knew about it. Not really. In many places around the world, they never seen euros. Yes, in the banks, they know what exactly it is and they can change it, but sometimes you have to change with locals, or in your hotel, for example, or in the restaurant, and if the person there never seen it before, it's not going to be possible. With dollars, it's much easier. Also, in most of the cases, the conversion rate of the dollar will be much higher than conversion rate of the euro. And another one good tip is to keep a small notes like $5, $10 or $20. Because sometimes you have to pay for your guest house, for example, and it costs 10 euro, but the owner of the house will not have 90 euro in change. He might have, but not always. It is the same story when you have to change money. I will give you one funny example. We were in Uzbekistan and conversion rate was 3,300 for $1. So actually when you exchange $100, you receive one big plastic bag with money, bulk like this. Fair enough, you can spend it easy because the numbers mean nothing there. Actually, you're going to drink tea or beer with 5 or 6 or 10,000 of their currency, but it is a still big plastic bag of money, and you have to keep it somewhere. For example, when you travel with motorcycle, you know the space is always limited. If you have possibility to change only $20, $30 or $50, will be much better. This is what I mean. Number 3, credit cards. Which system is better? Visa, MasterCard or American Express? The best answer is all of them. Outside of the States, American Express is not really useful. In Europe, for example, they will accept it in many restaurants or hotels, but you will be charged additional 7% payment fee. The company who provides these POS terminal machines or the electronic machines which are used to charge your card usually charge about 2 and 3% for Visa and MasterCard and 7% for American Express. which is mean that if you have a hotel and somebody pay you with the American Express, you will receive in your bank account 7% less money. That's why they will charge you additional 7 or 10% just to cover their cost, not always, but in many cases. Believe me, I had a business in Germany for many years and I know what I'm talking about. Okay, then the solution will be to have American Express for the payments in the States and then Visa when you go to Europe or around the world. That is okay, but when I was in Russia in 2015, Visa had some problems with Russian government and 90% of the payments were refused. They actually were not working. I think it was part of the sanctions against Russia because of the invasion in Ukraine. I'm not sure about it. But on the other hand, MasterCard was fine. MasterCard was working well. Another one topic to consider are the bank permissions and commissions when you use your credit card abroad. You have to inform your bank where you're going and also you have to check your withdrawal limits. Because I have many American clients coming to Berlin and then they realized that they cannot use their card. They cannot draw any money from the cash machines. This is not a big deal. You can call your bank, explain them the situations and everything is going to be fine. But if you're in Europe, you have 7, 8, 9 or 11 hours difference, which is mean that you have to wait the proper hours your bank to open to be possible somebody to pick up telephone and release your cards. And if you're on the petrol station with full tank and no money, what you gonna do? Wait there 8 hours? That's why it's always better to check in advance. Make it properly when you are at home. Also keep in mind that from 2017, most of the banks changed their rules. I'm not sure about your bank, but it's worth to check it now when it's possible. Because, for example, the withdrawal limits on the cash machines now in Europe are 1,500 euros per day or 2,500 euros per week. Of course, this sounds like more than enough money for travel, but what about if you have a problem with the bike? A breakdown, when you have to change expensive parts or even the whole engine. If you have to pay, for example, 2,000 euros for a new engine, you will be left with only 500 euros for the whole week. That's why, guys, I always said the preparation is the key of success. Make everything when you are at home. Check everything. Just call the bank, check all of the situation and you'll be fine. So these are my advices and of course I would like to know about yours. Let me know in the comment section below. I learn a lot from you guys and let's help to the rest of the riders to learn from our mistakes. As usual, thank you very much for watching and don't forget to subscribe for a new video every week. Ride safe. Ciao.